2020 was the year we all tried staying physically distant, but that didn't stop us from virtually meeting some amazing teammates right here on Up to Speed. So for this one, we're looking back at meeting so many of our V-Teamers. Here we go. You might remember Vikas Sharma, a manager in business development and planning who spends 1 weekend a month working as a police officer for the Riverside County Sheriff's Department. Gordon Cook was working for Verizon after 9/11 when he got called up to active duty. Serving his second tour in Afghanistan as a Green Beret, an ambush nearly killed him. Gordon returned to Seattle and to Verizon and developed a love for sailing, finding new meaning in those blue seas. It was March when work and life came to a standstill as the pandemic took hold, but no surprise, V-Teamers pivoted to help those in need. That includes Scott Kistar, featured here on Live with Kelly and Ryan, who led a team of 110 technicians who kept New York City families and businesses connected through the lockdown. Rippy Carta and her daughter started their own branch for Meals for Heroes, providing nourishing meals for doctors and nurses on the front line. Todd Neff and his family wrote letters and sewed masks for our servicemen and women overseas. And yes, all our summer travel plans were put on hold, but that didn't stop our staycation road trip series straight out of my mom's backyard from rolling across the land. We were able to get an insider's view of peachy cities like Atlanta, thanks to local customer service operations manager Cora Lockett. We felt the Rocky Mountain High of Denver through the eyes of local V-Teamer Brian Gurnis. The inspiring stories of our Mi Historia series featured our amazing Latinx V-Teamers. We met Jessica Ricarte, who shared an incredible life journey all about perseverance and dreaming big. Jessica is now a working mom and a leader we can all look up to. And let's not forget talent acquisition manager America Baez, who was diagnosed with a brain tumor and underwent months of tests and treatment while somehow finding the energy to complete her MBA. Our My Why series introduced us to a wide range of V-Teamers as well. After Hurricane Michael devastated Florida communities, Jonathan Montenegro led 150 V-Teamers in regional recovery efforts. Among the more than 10,000 military veterans on the V-Team, Esaias Edwards served 3 tours of duty with the U.S. Army's 160th MP Battalion in Afghanistan. Thomas Stovall called upon Verizon's powerful network to save some stranded hikers when his search and rescue team's radios faltered.
Even from the search and rescue teams and first responder standpoint, it can and does save lives.
In a year filled with so much darkness, stories of our V-Teamers overcoming the odds kept our spirits bright. Anthony Bodas shared his struggles with drug and alcohol addiction since the age of 11. He's been sober 4 years now, and he helps others dealing with similar issues. Catherine Aldana led a heartfelt discussion with Rebecca Legate, Drina Black, and Aleem Hamil about how their lives have been impacted by domestic violence. As a little girl growing up in Mexico, Patty Alonso dreamed of becoming an auto mechanic. She overcame years of gender bias in her native country and later in the U.S., persevering until she finally found acceptance and respect as a Verizon automotive technician.
I hope the woman who coming behind me, she don't have to face these things. I already cleaned the path.
And there wasn't a dry eye in the house when field sales director Amanda Stephen described her journey with breast cancer.
And as I was walking into the hospital from the parking garage, my dad met us on the second floor bridge and gave me a huge hug. He said that if he could, he would have switched places with me in a heartbeat.
We congratulated Greg and Nikki O'Brien, who live streamed their nuptials to family and friends on their Verizon phone. We also welcomed Shane Camardo's newborn son at a whopping 8 pounds 13 ounces. Jeremy Washburn, a solutions architect based in Hilliard, Ohio, shared their personal story of coming out as trans to their manager, Ray Bonini.
I think the only thing that was preventing me from having that chat with Ray was me. Every day can seem like a week. Every week can seem like a year as you're thinking through your head, how am I going to have this conversation? So much fear. Ray's been fantastic. He's been a real asset to my journey.
We crossed our fingers as V-Teamer Roz Peoples awaited word of if and when her son, University of Michigan wide receiver Donovan Peoples-Jones, would be taken in the NFL draft. If we only could have known then that he'd become a clutch performer for the playoff-bound Cleveland Browns. And then there was Jenny Weaver of Tempe, Arizona, who shared the years-long journey she and her husband took to expand their family, culminating in the adoption of their son Henry in 2018.
We waited so long for him, Every tear shed, every penny spent, everything has been worth it because I have this incredible son.
So there you have it, folks. Our only problem, of course, it was impossible to squeeze in all the amazing people we met in 2020. That said, it was amazing to look back and see how the challenges of the year forced us to communicate in deeper and more authentic ways. So let's continue to connect and inspire one another as we head into 2021. And speaking of the new year, don't forget to catch the kickoff with Hans and our senior leaders on January 4th at 12 p.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. And don't forget to check out all of our 2020 year-end look backs from the team this year. See you next year, and until next time, you're up to speed.